Hey, what's up guys? So we're back today working on the hard body. As you can see, I'm at my in-laws house, so you know we're gonna get some shit done. We're doing the upper control arm bushings. I ordered the Energy suspension brand, and yeah, it's due time. I did one side already, so we're gonna do the passenger side and get it done, and I'm gonna show you everything you need to do it at home. I didn't use a ball joint press or any type of press, so we're gonna do it without that. All right guys, so the first thing we're gonna do is get this tire off. All right guys, so we're just getting off these lug nuts. All right guys, so the next thing you want to do is get a 14 and get these 4 bolts off. Sorry for the audio, the neighbor's landscaping, but hopefully it shouldn't be interrupting anything. But yeah, you're gonna get these 4 bolts off, and then we're gonna move on and get this shock tower off. Sorry guys, one thing I forgot to mention is once you jack your car up, you get your car on the jack stand, you're gonna want to put a jack under your suspension right here on the cross member. Okay, now guys, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to get this shock bolt off here. This is a 14 millimeter, so we're gonna go get a wrench and take this off. Just want to loosen that up. All right, once you get that off, you want to get the other one. It's a 14 as well. Okay. Shit. All right guys, so now we're going to remove the top of this shock right here, just a padding, and we're going to press our shock down to get it out of the way. Oh, this thing's stubborn. Come on. Damn. Okay, 1 second. All right guys, so now that we got the shock pad off, we're going to push this shock down. You want to get this shock out the way so you can get the control arm off. So you're going to twist. Kind of got to use some strength. I got to get lower. Okay. So now I'm just getting that shock on my hand and twisting at the same time. A lot of noise today. There we go. All right, so the shock's out the way. It's just pressed against that housing right there. Now we can get our bolts and get this control arm off. All right guys, to get the control arm off, there's gonna be 2 22 millimeter bolts on the left and right side. On the left and right side, and we're gonna go ahead and get those off. we're gonna have to hit it with the breaker bar. Oh, these are stubborn. The other side came off a lot easier. Guys, this sucks. I can't get the bolts off, so I had to spray some liquid wrench on here. We're gonna let it sit for a while, and yeah, we're gonna get them off. But it sucks because I did the other side. The bolts came off like nothing, no problem. This side, it wants to be stubborn, so. All right, guys, so I hit it with the impact, and surprisingly, one bolt came out. So now I put some more PB Blaster on here, and we're gonna try to get this other one out here, letting it sit. There's no rust, so I don't know why they're ceased in there. All right, guys, as you can see that the control arm is off, but unfortunately I had to use a blowtorch to torch this to get the screw off, and I didn't get to record it because I had to help with getting that off with my father-in-law, and we're both out here messing with it. I didn't want to do it by myself because the fuel filter sits right up here, and I was nervous about putting heat on the bolt right here. So he came out and we put some sheet metal right here, and we were able to do it. But I wasn't gonna be on my phone with him helping me out, you know. That looks so dumb. So we're gonna continue though. We got the arm off, and these are two 22mm bolts. If you don't have any rusty bolts, you're fine. This side came off with the impact. This one we had to blowtorch it, so I'm sorry I didn't get to show that. But let's continue and get these bushings out, put the new ones in. All right, guys, so we got the breaker bar in the 22 here. This thing is so stubborn. I'm gonna try to stand on it like this and just go down with the breaker bar. There we go. This is the method that requires you to get these bolts off. They're that stubborn. It's real. I don't know when's the last time someone changed these, but that's what it takes. Okay, we got that side off. Now let's get the bushings out.
Yeah, it's stuck. More.
I think it's up.
Yeah.
Oh
shit. ¿Y ahora para meterlo?
Okay, guys, this is a hat trick that they use. This is not real tools. But if you have something like this at your house, you can put the bushings in. Also, I put the bushings in the freezer.
Oh wow! Look at,
I put the bushings in the freezer, and it made it go in a lot easier. So freeze the bushings overnight. Don't forget that. That's important.
¿Ya está?
Maybe you don't even need the...
Nada.
Yes, freeze your bushings in the freezer overnight. They will shrink and you can put it in easier. And don't forget to put grease. See, when you freeze them and you put the grease, they just slide right in.
¿Es este, no?
Yes.
That one. See, man? What is
We're back. It's a new day. We're continuing on with this. I had to heat up with a torch to get these bolts out, but now we're getting them back in. And I had to go to the hardware store to buy new bolts because the original bolts were not threading in, which kind of sucks. I didn't like that. But and also these bolts are two different sizes. This is a 22, this is a 18, because this one comes with its own thread, its own like washer lock. So I'm kind of like sketched out about that. I would rather have two bolts that are the same size, but I kind of don't feel like going back to the hardware store. They're both the same length, they fit, they're gonna hold the part, so it really doesn't matter. It's just nitpicking. But yeah, next time around I'll change it. But let's get these suckers in. All right, guys, we got the control arm tight, mounted. Now we're going to feed our brackets on this side. So it goes plate, washer, and then nut. Oh, come on now. There you go. And you just tighten it up. All right, guys, so this is the aftermath of tightening up the bolts. This is what the 22s look like. Nice and snug. You'll know when they're snug too. This should have no crazy play in it. See, I'm moving it, no play, but this still is able to move up and down to connect it to the ball joint. So we're gonna put the ball joint back on. Then after that, you just put your tires back on, literally. Oh, put the shock back on too. All right, all these bolts are 14 millimeter. I had no struggle with the driver's side. Passenger side give me all kinds of hell. All right, now we're just gonna get our shock. I'm gonna let the shock go back in there. So we got our bolts on, they're not tight, but we got them in place, and we got our shock back in place. Tighten up these 14. All right, now we got our control arm back on. Now we're just gonna put our shock back on. Now with the shock pad, you wanna have the little hole going down and this top hole facing up. I put the other one on backwards, so I don't know if that's gonna screw my shock up or make noise or what, but yeah, the little hole goes down, flat one's on the top. So gonna put that shock pad in like that. Then you get the top shock washer, and then you get your shock bolt. The shock bolt's a 14 too. Okay, that one's gonna sit like that, and then you just tighten it down. Alright guys, that's pretty snug. So got our shock tight. Now we just gotta get this top bolt on and we're done. Alright guys, so this is the aftermath. This is what it's gonna look like when you're done with your control arms. And yeah, after this you just lower your car and lower the front suspension and you're all set. But here she is, looking good. And I got the sway, whatever the hell, that's all energy suspension. Then this brace here, all this stuff. And then we got the Moog bushings right there. So hopefully my hard body's gonna be riding really nice now after changing these, because these old bushings were pretty much dry rotted. Let me grab an old bushing. Look at this thing. So I'm pretty happy. Like I said, we'll see how she rides. And good luck. Thank you. Actually, I just want to say I hate doing suspension stuff. This is like the least fun thing. I like doing the stuff on motors, starters, alternators, belts. But suspension work is not my forte. I do not like suspension work, but it can be done at home. So just a FYI. And yeah, I'm so sorry I didn't get to explain everything in full, but for the most part I think I got the gist of it. You guys could do this at home, and that's what matters. And take care of your D21s. Okay, see you later. Peace.